Hello and welcome to Ross TV Comedy. Today is February the 8th, and we have these pumpkins that are still here from back in October. So November, December, January, February. They're 4 months old, and they just started to rot this weekend, really. Hence the ability to just kind of like tear them open. They all are pretty much had. So we're gonna throw these away, and we'll see where the rest of the episode takes us. I don't have anything else planned, but we're gonna start by getting rid of these decrepit, horrible pumpkins. So thanks for watching, and we'll see what happens next.
For whom the bell tolls, it tolls for thee.
God damn it. Kobe! God damn it. Kobe! Fuck. Kobe. Kobe. I ripped a hole in my fucking pants trying to fucking Kobe that pumpkin into the fucking trash can, so I better get some thumbs up on the video. Otherwise, I busted these pants for shit. Check it out, guys. Snow. Everywhere. So here we are out on my balcony, and as you can see, there's just snow all over the ground again. If you've been watching the channel, you can see that we had a snowfall a few weeks ago, and yeah, here it is again. Not quite as much, but about 7 inches, I'd say. And we've already covered this, guys. Like, I just did the snow episode, so there's not much more else I can do with the snow. So instead, we'll eat some waffles and scrambled eggs and go back indoors. Delicious eggs and waffles. Yay! So I'd like to close out this episode of Ross TV Comedy by eating waffles and scrambled eggs. And I will be sharing with the audience a story from my childhood that leads up into my adulthood, and it's about a beach trip. And I'll just start telling the story now while I eat. So, when I was in first or second grade, I had a friend that lived literally across the street, and less than a quarter of a mile away. His name was Donnie. And I hope you love stories where somebody's eating during them. Anyway, Donnie, I guess he would consider me his best friend, you know? Like, our family, we have a photo album at the house, and he's in every picture of the photo album, where there's a series of photos. It was like an after hours of school, like parent-teacher conference, and the kids were there with their parents, and kids were hanging out in the classroom. This was like when I was in the second grade. And he's in every picture. He found a way to photobomb the photos before photobombing was a thing. And it's obvious that he considered me his best friend. In my mind, as a little kid, 8-year-old kid, didn't have I didn't even understand the term yet of best friend. I just considered every kid in the class to be my friend. I didn't have a best one, but it's obvious looking back that he thought that I was like his best friend. So, in one day for Valentine's Day, it's around Valentine's now, or it's the day after Valentine's Day is when I'm filming this part of the show, actually. So, around Valentine's Day, when I was in second grade, this was back in the 90s, the teacher, they had an assignment for homework, which is just a pamphlet of like Valentine's Day themed little assignments. And one of the assignments was to draw a picture for your best friend. And there comes into the realization at that time that I was like, oh, a best friend? I don't have a best friend. Everyone's my friend. So, looking back, obviously, I think Donnie, should have put Donnie as my best friend, because we hung out and he was my neighbor, and he'd come over to my house and I'd go over to his house. But my brain couldn't put two and two together. So, long story short, he ended up giving me a drawing. The assignment was to do a drawing for your best friend. He gave me one, and I made one for just some random kid in the class, so I thought was kind of cool, Evan Phillips. And then his best friend, Daniel Rohr, was exchanging a drawing with him, and then there was this whole thing of like Donnie's giving me a drawing and I'm giving one to some other kid, and then this kid's other friend is giving one to him, and then me and Evan and I started hanging out. And unrelated to all this, I'm sure, Donnie and his mother moved away to another school, and I never saw him again. That is until years later, when my friends and I had graduated from high school. All the seniors go to beach week in Myrtle Beach for a week and stay, and we went to this one club that Girls Gone Wild crew happened to be there, and they were filming for Girls Gone Wild, and they just are a camera crew that go around and they ask girls if they want to take their tops off. Most of the girls were saying no, and it was kind of funny. And like they have their own crew of girls and I can't remember if they get naked actually or not. I don't think they do. I think we're like in their bikinis, and then they're just trying to see if like the general public is going to flash their tits or whatever. But hadn't seen Donnie in years. He just happened to be there, and we recognized each other in the crowd of people. I was like, he was like, Ross, and I'm like, Donnie. Oh, holy shit, you know, and like we were like hugged it out, and like, you know, it was crazy, you know, kind of small world type of situation. But you know, we were like, yeah, man, like, and hadn't, you know, recognized him. He's all grown up now, and we weren't. Facebook wasn't a thing when we first had met each other, but then since then we are friends on Facebook. So it's kind of weird, just kind of rekindling the friendship after all those years and just happening to meet in the middle of a Girls Gone Wild party. But that's pretty much the story, and I'm sticking to it. And that's it for this episode of Ross TV Comedy. So stay tuned for more episodes, and love you guys. Thanks for watching all the way through, and we'll see you next time.